Hello guys, Chef Daddy here. Today, uh, it's starting to get warm out here in Michigan. The kitchen that I work in is starting to get warm. Honestly, this kitchen is actually quite cool compared to a lot of them that I've worked in. But we're talking about heating a kitchen. I have some team members who aren't used to working in the heat. Not exactly kitchen people, but one of them really wants to make cooking his full-time job here and eventually own his own restaurant. He's really struggling with the heat. And it's really not that hot in our kitchen. You've got to learn. Oops. Sorry, guys. You've got to learn that if you work in a kitchen during the summer, you've got to expect to be hot. You've got to expect that you're going to sweat. I understand where I work, we're cooking directly in front of the customer and they see us sweating. But they know it's hot. They can feel the heat coming out. The understanding, though, it's hot. We're going to sweat. The only... Hold on. Turning a corner here. Watching for traffic. When it's hot, though, sorry, I lost my train of thought. It is expected that kitchens are going to be hot during the summer and that we're going to sweat. I'm sure I said that already, but we'll just reiterate the fact. Especially if you're working on a grill line where you've got the fryer, you've got the grill, you got the flat top, you've got your warmers and all that. The heat's just going to be pouring in from everywhere. And a lot of times the hood systems are pulling heat in, pulling outside air in, and so it's bringing hot air in as well. We don't want you to pass out, but the expectation is that you're going to deal with it. You have to deal with it. My suggestion is, if you're working in front of the house, you really can't have ice packs or cold towels over your head or on your neck. But you can drink ice water. I recommend if you're out there, you have a huge glass of ice water and you take a drink every time you can. The customer will understand when you take a second to drink some ice water. That'll help keep you moving until you can get off the line and spend a few seconds in the freezer to cool down. And the absolute fastest way to cool down, you can drop your core body temperature back down to normal within 30 seconds in the freezer. If you take your shoes off, take your hat off, stand directly on the cold frozen floor and drink an ice water for 30 seconds, you can drop your core temperature back down and be refreshed. Get back on that line because, we're chefs. We're cooks. This is what we do. Get in, get out, as the saying goes. And keep plugging away. The customer's waiting. They're paying good money for this food that they're waiting for. Your personal comforts come secondary to the customers. I know it's harsh, but that's just the way it is. The customers are paying us. If we didn't have the customers, then we don't have a job. So deal with the heat. It only lasts, a few months, or at least here in Michigan. drink some ice water. You work back to the house, keep a towel in some ice water, and then put it around your neck and switch them out every now and then. In front of the house, they have those Miracool things that have a gel that can absorb cold, and that can kind of hide it underneath your collar and keep you nice and cool. But either way, just suck it up, dude. Just dig in, know what you're getting into, and if the kitchen's too hot, then maybe you're in the wrong place. And buck up, boy, because we're ready for summer to start. We've been complaining all winter about the cold air, so now that the heat's here, I don't want to hear complaints about the heat. Again, drink ice water. When you get a chance to get off the line, cool down quickly in the freezer, and then just get back to work. Well, until next time, I'm out. Actually, before I go, I just want you to be aware I'm filming this in a car without air conditioning when it's 82 degrees out. So it's actually probably pretty close to 100 degrees in the car right now. I'm sweating like crazy. This is actually relatively cool compared, still 100 degrees is still relatively cool compared to some of the kitchens I've worked in. This is a pretty ambient temperature. You know, I've got my ice water, drinking it down. As soon as the video is done, I'm going to open the window though, because it's too darn hot. I don't have AC in this car. Just to give an example to deal with, I am sweating. It does happen. Just drink that ice water. But anyways, now I'm out. Remember, do all things for the glory of God, whether it's suffering in the heat, or cooking, or even just watching YouTube videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Peace.